can the pound stay above critical support? I'll explain my thoughts in today's video, and I'll share with you why the pound could be in trouble here over the coming days. We'll also take a look at the DXY. All right, so looking at the pound, guys, GBPUSD daily time frame. This is what we've talked about here for the past few videos, where we got a very aggressive rally from the pound, from the euro, etc., over the past few weeks. Now, the pound, okay, GBP is still above this critical support right around 1.314. Now, this area does extend down to about 1.31. Okay, so the top of this channel that you see here, which this level up here, okay, this diagonal runs parallel to this one down here. This is what we've talked about before. In fact, this is how we caught this 1.30 retest back here, this reversal up here. I talked about this on this channel at the time. Now, looking at this area, okay, clearly the market is still above 1.31. Okay, so this is the lower boundary of this area, right around 1.31, all the way up to about 1.314. So clearly the market is still above this key area. Now, a lot of people might be looking at this and saying, okay, we've had a breakout, above this and now a pullback. I'm looking to buy in this area. However, this is where understanding that the DXY can give you a different look of these markets, and also even the euro, because right now, guys, we've talked about this recently. In fact, just yesterday, I was talking about the EURUSD potentially breaking below this 111 area, and so far we are seeing that. Now, the price action that made the euro look especially vulnerable here over the past few days was this right here, okay? So this portion of the price action, when we had the break above this critical level, we had the close above, consolidation, close below. Okay, this right here is what signaled a potential pullback in the works, and that this area might fail. This is what I talked about yesterday. Now, keep in mind that we do still have a couple of hours left in today's session. So what's going to be key from the euro is to see it close below this area on a daily closing basis. So if we look at this right now in the 4-hour, you can see where the market is so far hovering right around that area. Okay, so this is the top of that channel that we've talked about, and we do have a confirmed breakdown too below this trend line. Okay, so right now the market does look rather vulnerable, and knowing this, okay, we also know that the euro and the pound tend to move together. So for those of you who are looking at the pound saying, I'm looking to buy down here in this area, this new support area, you've got to understand too that the euro is breaking down and that the euro and the pound tend to move together. So this is showing the daily time frame comparing the euro USD to the pound USD. And you can see that for the most part, over the past few years, they do tend to move together. Now, there are a few little deviations here and there, but for the most part, again, they do tend to move together, right? So knowing this, okay, knowing that the euro is breaking down, and you circle back here to the pound, you've got to ask yourself, do you really want to be buying the pound here at this new support area when we're looking at the euro breaking down from this critical area, and we know that the two move together? Personally, I would not want to be buying the pound knowing that the euro is breaking down. Furthermore, guys, we've also talked about this before, but looking at the DXY, all right, we have the market coming off of this December 2023 support. So this low back here. And what I've said for the past few videos is that 101.13 would be critical. And the reason for that is this little pivot through here based on this recent consolidation. So if you look at the daily chart, you can see where we've got this closing price right back here, right around 101.13. And it's no coincidence that yesterday's high was right there in that area. This served as resistance yesterday, and now we're seeing the close above. So this right here, if we get a close above 101.13 today, which again, there still are a couple hours left in the session, so you've got to be aware of that. But if we do get a close back up here in this area, like I've said recently, that would show a reclaim of this previous consolidation back here. Okay, so we had consolidation, we had the break below, retest of that December 2023 level, and now potentially the close back within this range. So this right here, guys, keeps the pressure on areas like 101.6, and then potentially the area between 102 to 102.4. Okay, so this right here, if we do get a close, a sustained break above 101.13, then this could open up levels like this up here around 102. So notice how this is the bottom of this channel that broke down. Okay, we've also got a horizontal level through here, right around 102, as high as like 102.6 in fact. But really this area up here is going to be critical resistance for the DXY. So when you put all of these things together, guys, what I'm trying to say here is that yes, the pound is technically holding above that 1.31 to 1.314 key level based on this high back here and also the top of that channel. However, when you look at the Euro USD breaking down, you look at the fact that the Euro and the pound tend to move together, and you look at the fact that the DXY is now reclaiming levels like 101.13 and showing strength potentially back here toward this 102 to 102.5 area. Okay, knowing all of these things, do you want to go out and buy the pound on a simple retest of this key area blindly? And again, personally, I do not want to do that just because we are seeing strength from the US dollar finally from that key support level, and that could set up this market for a breakdown of this area. Now, if you're trading the pound, though, you can't trade the pound just based on those things I mentioned, but you can avoid a loss. Okay, that's the big difference there. So if you're trading this market, what we need here, or at least what I need to set up a short, is a daily close below this area. If we get a daily close below here and the DXY starts to reclaim 102, then I am absolutely looking for shorts through here, guys, with stops above this key area. And if we get that, it would confirm a fake out up here, which is a high probability setup. Furthermore, we also have a lot of imbalances and inefficiencies that built up down here in this area, the target, okay? So these inefficiencies down here could become magnets for the pound, but only if we see this area through here fail. We need to see higher timeframes closing below here first, and really the DXY getting above that 102 to 102.5 area, just because we know that that is going to be critical resistance for the dollar. Subscribe to the channel and click the bell for notifications. Don't forget to join us in VIP. Claim your 90% off lifetime access. That offer does end soon. See the link in the description of this video, or if you're on the website, click on that join VIP link. Trade well out there, and I will talk to you again tomorrow.